We're talking about
Another episode. Something
Superman for
completely
all
different.
seasons. Yeah. LJ, what do you think about this so far, man?
So the very beginning part, which was that was the spring. I'm gonna get this right. I
Mm-hmm.
promise. That during the spring, it just reminded me of all the things that we know about Superman, like all the facts, like where he grew up, how he got to Earth. And again, you mentioned it was from his dad's perspective, and as they're telling the story, but you just everything comes to light as what his capabilities are, and the kind good person he really is. He's not evil. He's not like
Yeah.
the boys evil. He's genuine, about everything that he does, and he only wants to do good. Then the second part of this, which is now we're in the summertime,
Mm-hmm.
now we've graduated, it's time to grow up, so I'm going to go do my thing. And a lot of these people I haven't heard from, so it's just kind of him
Yeah.
on his own trying to figure out what he wants to do, or how he's going to go about doing these things. And he's just kind of building upon his character, and trying to live in the real world as Superman. At
Yeah.
least that's what I took from the second part.
No, that's great. That's great. It's it's really good. It's really good. All right. Yeah.
But anyway, going back to the story, the topic in
Yeah.
hand, right? So I
Yeah.
just finished my bit about what I thought about this, and he's kind of coming to his own to be a man and trying to live his life in the real world as Superman.
Yeah. For sure. For sure, man. That's great. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, this one is narrated by Lois, and it's just kind of her perspective. And
See, and I thought that whole time it was from his perspective.
no, it's this one's
What
from
the?
Lois, and like it's it's okay, dude. That's
I was like, oh yeah, he's talking to himself, and he's like thinking to himself, like I'm gonna do all these things. And the
no,
whole time is like Lois's perspective. I was like, what the
yeah,
hell? Dude, that
yeah. She,
totally threw me off.
it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, we'll keep on going. Keep on going. Yeah. So Perry once told me, Lois, a reporter lives by three rules: believe none of what you hear, half of what you see, and everything you write. Anyway, this is such a great shot of Superman. You know.
I like what she says when she lives by her three rules, because she's
Hmm.
not wrong.
Yeah. This is an iconic thing of Superman, or iconic shot of Superman, especially for this artist here. But how you were talking about, like, it's just he's figuring out what he wants to be and everything now that he's Superman. This is kind of like someone's, or you said no. We're establishing everything that we know about the character.
Yeah.
He's been blah 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 blah, been in Smallville, and then all this stuff that we already know. And but now it's from someone's perspective who doesn't know all that, and so this guy, and she says it later on. I just like how she's like, this this man, I can't even, and you don't want to, too good to be true. That's such a good shot of him. And of course, they zoom on in on the S. And to me, dude, I can always like hear like the Superman music playing, especially like right here. It's like the beginning of a episode, and the credits roll,
Yeah. Dude, this totally caught me way off guard. Like
What
he's
did?
flying up to like meet a missile.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. He's flying
Because I
up
was
to meet
like,
a
what the
missile,
hell? Like, where's he? He's just talking to himself. Initially, this is what I thought. He's
but
just
he's
talking
not
to
talking to
himself. And
himself. This is
I know. I'm
Lois.
thinking, I know that's the thing. Like, I thought that's what he was thinking to himself. He's like, yeah, just flying up.
You're thinking that
I'm
he
living by
flies,
three
he can see through
rules.
walls. Yeah. That's the part that he can do anything he wants to. Oh, okay. I guess it could be like
Yeah,
he's
that this is
thinking
just kind
about
of talking about him. Like,
Superman, the character of
yeah.
Superman. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I can see what you mean. I can totally see that, man. And that's an okay. That's what matters is that
That's the point, right?
yeah, that you
Art is in the
Yeah.
eye. No, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right?
And see, this is where she says, and here's this man. It's amazing for someone who makes a living using words how often they can fail you. Sticking his neck out for everyone, way out. Almost like he knows if we've been good, he knows if we've been good or bad, so be good for goodness sake. Anyway, she's kind of like comparing him to Santa Claus and how, if it were
That
like,
was funny.
y-
That
yeah, oh yeah, there's this person who like flies around and he saves you, he's good, and all this stuff, and it's kind of like if someone told you that, you'd be you're like, what, what are you talking about?
exactly. I'd be like,
Yeah,
who?
yeah, what are you talking about? So it's just and the shot of him flying and waving to the people in the camp or in the
I
plane.
know,
Yeah.
dude. I was like, here's another thing that caught me off guard. I was like, where the fuck is he going?
Yeah.
Like, the whole time I was like, okay, flying up. He meets a missile. He throws it off of its trajectory back into space,
Yeah.
and then he dive bombs back to Earth, only
And
to
right into the water.
go for a swim. I guess.
Yeah. But check this out. Lois is talking about how uh when my when my sister Lucy and I were little girls, there was someone we both believed in. He was dashing and rode a white horse and had a gold crown and a cape. A cape.
Okay.
His
Yeah.
name was Prince Charming. Over the years, I've met a lot. Anyway, she goes into it. Some were dashing, some rode white horses, and Lex, gets a piece of paper that's like, you know,
All right. I gotta take care
something
of business.
something has happened. He's showed up,
Yeah.
and it's just like, no, ladies and gentlemen, the meeting is adjourned. Yeah,
And
but
then,
you
like she
see
says,
him.
some even wore gold crowns.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're the evil villains, you know?
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, yep, exactly. What you
That's
think
what I
is
took
maybe
from that. I was
Prince
like, okay, I
Charming?
get that. I get that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What you think is maybe Prince Charming as a kid? Like you're like, oh, I want him to be rich and all this
Or be
stuff,
an evil
and
bastard.
yeah, big evil bastard.
Mm,
But
could
like you
be.
see him, and this is what he's going for is the ship. It's pretty cool.
So
Yeah,
that's
like
what shot the missile
yeah,
into
exactly.
space. Well, I don't know why I went that high. I guess to be undetected, like it came from Russia.
Who knows?
And then bam,
Well, who knows how high he actually flew up? I mean, how high does it seem? Okay, it's just pretty much right above the city. So he's
750
building
million
high.
miles in the air, dude. That's how high it flew up.
He's building high, but he pushed it way up. You know. So yeah.
So he's like, okay, bye. Send it back into space, okay? And then he's like, oh shit, I know where the submarine's at. Let me go get those motherfuckers real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I skipped ahead, but it doesn't matter. Uh. Anyway, I like this part. How they're like, this is a restricted area, sir. Oh, but I don't think anyone's gonna mind if you go right on in, Mister Loser.
Dude, every time I see the words Mr. Luther or you
Yeah,
say Mr. Luther, I think of Gene Hackman and the dude in the he's like
Otis,
Mr. Luthor, the way he
Miss
says it.
Luthor.
Mr.
There's
Luthor.
a thing here in Austin called Otis Plumbing, and I don't know
Oh
if I've told
shit.
you. Yeah, I don't know if I've told you about this before. Oh,
I don't
Otis
think
is
you
a
have.
common name, but
It is, yeah.
that's his name is Otis, and so
Otis.
it's like
And he's a plumber,
I've always
you know?
thought like he's like, I'm plumbing now, Mister Luthor.
Plumber, you guys know what's going
Yeah, I'm having a nice cold Nuka Cola.
Ooh,
Nuka
Coca-Cola.
Nuka
I need
Cola.
to put some Coca-Cola in this bad boy right now. Dude, I just got these cups in and they're legit. On the bottom, dude, I got them from Walmart. They were $10 for two of them. And on the bottom, I can't really tilt my glass, but there's a lion's head that's imprinted in the bottom of the glass. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Hmm. Interesting.
You know
Fascinating.
what?
What?
I feel like Mr. Luthor right now. That's who I feel like right
Yeah,
now with this glass.
you are like Mr. Luthor.
That's right. I have I don't know. Here I've been only staying on the West Wing
Yeah,
the
I
last few
know.
times we recorded. So
So he pulls up. Lex is just like, just pulls up to the military base. Ugh. But did you hear this? Did you get this fact
Herm,
here where they're like,
Herm.
she says that her and Jimmy stood up, stayed up one evening trying to figure out how much money Lex Luthor makes. Their
Oh,
best
that's
guess
right.
is
Yeah, yeah.
$150 a second. So if Lex found $100 lying on the street, it wouldn't be worth his time to pick it up. And there's
Oh,
the
like
yeah, your favorite. What is
yeah,
it?
right now.
How
Yeah.
is it?
What? Oh, Herm.
Herm. It's pretty good,
Herm.
dude.
I
It's pretty good.
like how he flies in. He's like,
Yeah,
one
I
hand, he's like,
know.
hold on, people. I don't want you to get hurt. We're
Yeah,
carrying the
he
sub.
just
Thank you.
tears open this sub like
I know.
paper.
He's like,
Oh
dude,
my
I'd be
god.
scared AF if I saw some shit like that and I was in a submarine, dude.
Yeah. I suggest you don't surrender, or I guess I don't have to
Yeah,
give you an
yeah.
alternative. He's like, General, want to handle it from here with pleasure, Super. Hold it right there! You can't leave that thing on the tarmac and have us taxpayers clean up after your grandstanding. Like
Just Mr. Luthor.
Lex is just fucking.
You know what,
Ugh.
dude? He could have probably donated the money that he had in his wallet and be like,
Mhm.
"Here you go. Go ahead and pick up this trash. I'll go ahead and pay for it."
Yeah, yeah. But no, he's got to make a deal. And look, and because of that, everyone gets distracted, and this one guy fucking comes out with Lois. And
Well, you know what? I blame Mr. Luthor on that one.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, it is his fault. Mr. Luthor,
saying?
he's gone, folks.
Dude.
There he is.
Yeah, sorry, dude. It's raining like a motherfucker
Oh,
outside right now, and
really?
I'm like, what the hell, dude? Yeah, dude. It was like zero rain on
Oh
the
my gosh.
on the forecast, and all of a sudden I look outside and it's like a hurricane, like it's like in the middle of
Really?
fucking town, dude. Yeah, no shit, dude. I'm like, what
Oh
the
my
hell?
gosh.
It's still light over here where I live, or I guess where we're at. Where it's barely 8 o'clock. It doesn't really get dark till like 9, and
Yeah,
it's like like the rain isn't coming this way. It's like this.
coming in sideways.
Yeah.
Rain that come in sideways. Stinging rain.
Mm. Oh, that's right. It's Forrest Gump, dude.
But so anyway, I just love this. He's like, I'll negotiate with anyone. Anyway,
Dude,
Clark, Superman.
I love how they illustrate. He's literally finishing just the word, and in that amount of time,
Yeah,
for him
yeah.
to say terrorist, the amount of
I-
time it takes him to say terrorist, he fucking zips up there and sits back and takes his gun. That
uh,
was really cool. I love how they illustrated that.
yeah, and blows his hair, which just pisses Lex the fuck off.
His hat off,
Yeah,
dude. He's like, "Ah."
he's just like, oh, this motherfucker. Yeah, I just crunches the gun.
Dude,
Yeah,
just
Lois.
raw power, dude.
Yeah, Lois taps the guy on the foot. I mean that it just looks great. It looks so good to me.
He he looks like I don't know. It looks like he has a bit of a smirk, and he's like,
Yeah.
"That's what I'm here for, baby."
Mhm. Yeah,
That's what he comes across as.
for sure. Anyway, actually, Lex, I think Superman was about to offer me a lift. I'm on a deadline, and every second counts. I just love this. They're all talking. He's like,
Be like, who would want to go with that dude?
yeah. Luther, that missile and the guidance systems board and that sub were manufactured by LexCorp. If I find out that your fingerprints are anywhere near what happened today, and he's like, "How dare you? This is kind of slanderous and false," and he just fucking takes off.
I know. He's like, I'm talking to you. He's like, nope, deuces.
Good shot of them
Yeah, this is
flying.
cool. Dude, I'm like, no way, dude. No fucking way. Tell me how in the world her shoe has stayed on
Yeah, I
going
did stay on.
150 miles an hour, right?
Yeah. Oh, and there's Clark. We get Clark, and I kind of like it. I think it
Well,
works.
yeah, I like it how in the show or in the movie where he literally just like drops her off at the top of the building. He zooms off, and
Mhm.
then she's coming down into the office, and he's popping out of the fucking elevator. We're like, "Yo, what's up, girl? What you doing,
Coming
man?"
up, yeah, coming up.
Yeah,
He
like what
didn't
you doing?
fly in the window. He
No,
took the elevator. And
yeah,
there's a lot of this here, LJ, that really just, man, it makes me feel like, well, especially later on, whenever we see his apartment and everything, like just how he lives. So,
yeah, pretty modest dude, man. You know?
yeah. Well, here's Clark. He's got the hair slicked back. Sometimes, so we recently saw these set photos of Clark, you know, from the new Superman movie that's coming out, and he had his hair super curly, and Superman was the one that had his hair slicked back. So
Yeah,
anyway,
no, it seems like it's just the other way around. That's all.
yeah, it's the other way around. It can be whatever. There's been different versions of things, you know. People get caught up sometimes too much on like what it has to be and what it
Like his
means
hair.
to,
I know.
yeah, yeah, his hair
Yeah,
and
traditionally it's just the little squiggly hair it comes down.
yeah,
That's traditional, right?
yeah. I mean it. That's really kind of all. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, people get caught up in the details, but that's why those set photos that we talked about earlier. I think that they're, if they look good, that good with just a cell phone, taken, or a professional, camera, they're gonna look great in the film. Like that, the
Yeah.
way that the cape was flowing in that one photo, that looks just like if you were to pause that and colorize it and turn it into a comic book, like that poster. It's unedited. It looks good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no joke,
So
dude.
yeah. Anyway, continuing on. Let me go back to our split screen here live. Are you tuning in and watching us on Twitch? Are you one of the many thousands of viewers who are watching this, LT, on your own phone?
Yeah, no, I'm checking the weather.
Ah, I see. Well, what's the weather doing?
It's just raining really hard.
I mean, is it
But because of West Texas and the
is it a storm that's
no,
gonna
I mean
pass through?
it's passing through us right now. We're at the worst part of it. It's just heavy rain and thunderstorms.
Well, if there's a delay in the signal, sorry about that. Yeah, Lois Clark just shows up. Love that. He's like, oh, hello, Lois. Anything going on I should know about? I just
He's like,
love it. He
oh
already
shit.
knows. But look, he goes to his apartment and he's got groceries and he's trying to get his keys out. It's just like, but she's saying the whole thing, of course, with Prince Charming is a recipe for disaster, blah, blah, blah. Just compares Superman. It's just like Superman's on this pedestal, but this is Superman. He comes home every day. I've just always kind of found that part like really freaking cool
Yeah.
that he comes
Kind of
home
a
every
normal
day.
life, you know?
Mhm.
I mean, literally, it's just a normal life. On top of that, it's a modest way of living because he could be in a mansion. I mean, he could just go steal money if he wanted to, you know?
Yeah, I know. I know. But yeah, but this is what's familiar about this shot. Can you tell?
Yeah, this is initially when I flipped the page and I was on this part of the comic, I was like, he's not in his room, is he? Back home. Yeah, that's
Exactly. But I
exactly
mean,
what it
it
looked
looks
like.
like his room, and he's got it set up like his room in Smallville. And that
I
kind
have
of
that memory.
goes to why he decides to go back home for a little bit. Yeah.
Yep, because now he
He
goes
goes
home.
back home for a second. Yeah. He's got it here set up just like, yeah, but just like his room in Smallville. So he sneaks up on his dad and asks if he can stay for supper.
He's like, no, you need to go back to your apartment in the city.
Yeah, I know. But it's just isn't that great.
Yeah, that is a good shot. Yeah, I mean, because I mean that's the life they know is maintaining the farm, man.
And Shelby, the dog, is getting old. but she still puts
Oh,
her
yeah.
head on like his you know his leg. Probably has been doing that forever. You know.
7 foot and 9, 11 leg. Yeah.
He goes to Lana's house. Oh, how tall? Yeah, he's 7 foot
Yeah.
9. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Well, he's got to kind of turn his legs to fit into the
All
table.
right, look, for comparison, if
Yeah.
you were to really stand them up, he would be about 7'9". I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He goes to see Lana, but the priest is there. Weird. This priest is always kind of creepy. He always gives me fucking weird vibes.
He's like, yeah, so the Lonas have been gone all summer, so I'm gonna go prune their garden for them,
Yeah,
you
he's.
know.
I just
They're
hate to
like,
see it.
do you have a thing for the Lanas? You do, you
The
dirty
Langs,
bastard.
Lana Lang.
Whatever. The
Anyway,
Lanas. Everybody knew what I was talking about whenever I said the Lanas, right?
Pete comes. Yeah, everybody knew. Everybody knew. He sees Pete, and you know, Pete rubs that thing again. He always wishes for $1 million,
Yeah, I know. I'm
and
like,
it's
dude, I don't
just
know about you, dude.
all the old folks. Just the same thing that Clark is.
From like that there was a scene in the fall season that talked
Yeah,
about that.
it's just yeah, it's really
But you
cool.
just be chilling.
And so they talk about all this stuff, and let's see. Yeah. Oh, Pete
Like they
asks
talk about
about
Lex and
Lex.
how he
Puts his puts his pants on one leg at a time. Yeah, it's crazy, but this is so how he feels. It's just a great character study. It's just even with all the good I've done, sometimes I seem out of place in the city. I always thought Smallville would feel like home. Now it's different here too. It's all part of growing up, Clark. Yeah, it's just. I mean, do you remember that first time that you
yeah,
go back? And you're like, damn, I don't. This
that was
is
weird.
weird. Yeah,
It does. It feels weird because you're in a new place in your life. You know,
yeah,
it's like that's why it's weird. You know, it really is. It seems natural because you've been there for so long, and then when you leave and come back, you're like, wait, this is now it's familiar, and that's a
yeah,
good feeling. But that's all it is. Now it's time to go back. You know,
yeah.
it's just chapters in your life, man.
It is just like this seasons. So, all right,
That
she
shit in
gives
there
him a
together, dude.
kiss. Oh yeah, Chemo Labs and Lex or Lois is just talking about how I could almost kiss Lex. He's so predictable. Here comes
Right.
these people called the Guardians of the City. And Lex is like, fuck no. If anybody's going to be in the spotlight,
It's gonna be me.
it's going to be me. And so, like, they get the baby, and Superman shows up. He just flings one out of the way. They
And
were
then
going
it's
to
like,
let this lady, yeah, they were just going to let this lady die. They were careless. Great
oh, this
shot.
next part, dude. This next part's cool. Cause I was
No,
like,
yeah.
okay, okay, yeah, okay, all right. It's just
Remember how
he's just
earlier you
saving
were
another
like,
life.
he got hit by his heat vision. You thought it was heat
Yeah,
vision. This is
that's
the
right.
effect that they kind of use for that. And that they've done that since like the Superman cartoon, uh yeah, the Flesher cartoons, like where he would like
Like he's,
and fly
yeah,
around, and he'd like fly in front of the camera, and his name, it would Superman,
the
it would
blur.
spell it like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just a comic book thing that they've always kind of done to give him his little trails behind him. It's pretty cool. But yeah, let's see. Uh, she just takes off. Bless you.
Bless you.
Only gonna ask you once. Clear the area. He puts out the fire. He just fucking twirls up and just dumps it in the
And takes.
water.
He's like, I'm gonna take the fire with me. See y'all in a little bit.
Yeah. Go home with your tails between your legs. A woman almost died from your carelessness. And of course, Lois is there to get the scoop. She has her headline. He's my angel.
This
And
is what
here
tripped me out.
here fucking
This part
comes
because
Lex.
I didn't know that was him. I didn't know that was her. I didn't know that was, until
Yeah.
you read a little bit further, this random lady is Lois Lane.
Well, not this lady here. Let's see here.
Yeah, is it not?
No, no, this is not Lois.
Okay, well then
This
that just
is
totally mind fucked me then, because I was like, wait, this is Lois Lane.
no. It's just someone else. It's just another female
Just some
character.
random girl
Could
that
be.
he saved.
Yeah. It's just so that's Lois there, of course. But oh, you thought it was like her in like a disguise or something.
Oh, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, dude. I swear to God, I was like, wait, that's Lois? Like, she almost died. She was in the building.
I see. No,
But no,
that's
I was wrong.
a different character here. Let's see. What is her name? Uh, whatever her name is.
I know what her last name
Miss
is.
Vaughn. Yeah, Vaughn.
Yeah,
Vaughn.
that's it.
And how you're a gifted chemist. That's crazy. And but she's got this like
Oh, that's
fucking
right.
weird church to him. And so it concludes. So you can kind of see this. There isn't a day when I don't think about Perry's three rules, and even though Superman flies in the face of them literally, as long as I believe everything I write, I'll sign my name to it by Lois Lane.
See, this is what led me to believe that was her. Dude, I got the context twisted.
No, it's cool. So just remember that this is an overall narrative. The boxes are like a kind of an overall narrative that's going through the story. And someone will be narrating them. It's and you just have to find out who's talking. And it'll usually kind of give you hints in the beginning, or something like that. So
In the text, like what they say,
yeah,
or
what
yeah,
they
yeah, I
say,
got
like,
you.
but yeah, that's Superman for all seasons. The summer, the part two.
The
So Lex has
summer
got
season,
the summer
not
season.
not all of them, not all the seasons. So far, it's just been two.
So Lex has got something cooking here. So he's like,
Got
then
the
together
hint.
maybe we can help Superman in ways. I'm sure he's gonna try to come up with a some sort of chemical thing.
She's a badass chemist. Yes, of course. He's like, we need to take this motherfucker down. How do we do that?
How do we do it? Well, LJ, what are your thoughts on the
Excellent, man.
series as
Other
a whole?
than
As a
Ray,
whole, we're halfway through.
so well,
You're
so far, I don't
halfway
know what
through
the
your
fuck is
first
gonna happen
comic.
with the other two seasons. That's true. First comic ever, halfway through.
Yeah.
Still getting twisted on some of the storyline there, like not knowing who the hell's narrating it or being tripped out about who Lois Lane is. I don't even know who I don't even know who that person is. No, but
Whatever.
I'm getting it.
No, LJ, this is great. This is awesome, and this is uh kind of what it's all about.
This is yeah, exactly. So I have thus far earned my associate's degree in comic books. By the
That's
time
right.
I'm done with this series, I will have my PhD, baby. Know
Not yet. Not yet.
that.
Not yet. That's a little too fast. I think you're still in the certificate phase.
Oh, certificate? Damn, dude. I didn't get my doc. That's what I was into I quit, dude. I quit. I want my
Uh,
money back. I paid
no.
for this, man.
I paid for this course. It told me that I was gonna be able to talk comic books in public.
That I was a doctorate. No, you're not.
No, it
Not a
was just
doctorate yet.
a ruse. A ruse.
Oh, shit. It's okay though.
Well, LJ, thanks for joining us, and I'm glad that you didn't get blown away.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, so it's already gone. I don't even hear it raining anymore. That's how quick it came and went. Done. Got a little bit of
Yeah,
water for the grass. That's it. Because I got a lot of
yeah,
acres around here, man.
I
You
know.
know.
Well, it's our luck, as soon as we get done, the internet clears up.
Yeah, yeah, right. I know, right? Now it's like 4K versus it was 720p earlier. But I am excited for the next season
Me too.
because now it's getting into it. The first one was kind of like I said earlier, where just kind of introductory, kind of really
Uh,
slow stuff. Like I already know who
uh,
your fucking grandma is. I already know who your girlfriend is. I don't care about your dog,
uh,
right?
yeah.
Now it's getting exciting because now we got some battles going on.
Something's
Oh
gonna
man.
happen. Something's gonna happen. Superman are playing chess.
Now we're just waiting for you to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts so we know what you're thinking. We want to know, curious about
Yeah.
what you think about the content, what you think about the show, and
Yeah.
maybe even some suggestions on some things that you would like to see
Yeah.
us talk about, because half the shit I am not 100% familiar with. I'm good with all the common things. Like, obviously I know the fuck Superman is, but
But
when
that's
it
the
gets to all the
point.
details and you're
That's
right,
the
the
point.
eggshells that you talked about earlier.
Easter eggs.
Easter egg, I know.
Yeah.
The Easter eggs, so yeah, let us know, man.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Well, that's great. But yeah, that's the point is being able to jump in at any time. So, yeah. Well, we appreciate you watching and listening and subscribing and following, and don't get blown away by a thunderstorm in your area. Ah, you have been listening to Caves, Tides, and Lightsabers.
I always like to whistle that last part in my head.
How's it go?
It's like caves, tights, and lightsabers. It just seems
Oh,
like it resolves that way.
it does.